AI automation and digital transformation are not just trends. They are being built by startups here at Transform 2025 in Berlin. Welcome back to this week's episode of The Executive, the show where we navigate the intricate world of executive leadership, exploring strategies, insights, and personal stories of successful professionals shaping the global business landscape. I'm your host, Majid, and I am standing at Transform 2025 in Berlin, where the most ambitious founders, investors, and innovators are shaping the future of business. From AI-powered automations to disruptive business models, this is where transformation becomes execution. In today's episode, we are diving into how startups are driving digital transformation, not just in theory, but execution. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now we have Björn from SERVIEW. He's the head of Upskilling. Let's quickly listen to what do these guys do.
Yes, we offer consultancy and training services for all global best practices for IT organizations that have to become a service provider. So IT is not just technology or a little bit of call center. IT is a service. It's your workplace service. It's the offering of an automatic check-in in an airline or hotel. And so you have to understand that you're a service provider, not offering IT. So there are a lot of global best practices like ITIL for service management, like agile methodologies for development or requirements engineering, and even artificial intelligence basics to learn how to use and how to benefit from it. And we train according to those best practices, which is mainly their official syllabi that provide us for officially accredited trainings. People do the training, do the exam, and we offer consultancy to really implement those frameworks in the organization. So not just read the book and understand the theory, but really do it.
Oh, cool. That's cool. And are you guys the best? Like, company should pick you for training or consulting?
I think the most important part is that we really try to create some enthusiasm for those best practices. They are not just theory, they are best practices. So they come from practice. Yes, they are somehow abstract, they are somehow theoretical. But on the other side, they are useful. They can be adapted and adopted. And we try to share this enthusiasm for these best practices. We use a very unique methodology in our trainings, which is to interact with the candidates, not just to present on a boring PowerPoint slide-based presentation, but really do a workbook, which means people have to write down things, they have diagrams, they have exercises. So we come from the side saying, you want to learn, you want to be enabled to do something. We only work with our own trainers. We do not use any freelancers or other companies. We just deliver by our own resources. But we want people to really represent SERVIEW and our SERVIEW sound and style, and not just deliver a PowerPoint deck. So this is, and with regards to ITIL and trends, we are on the top of the German market for more than 20 years. So we have around 200,000 candidates in all these 20 years. So it's really not, actually we have about 15 to 17,000 candidates per year. A lot of consultancy customers. So we're not just big, we believe we are the best. Yeah, storytelling.
Yeah, training is like, especially corporate training, is more than just reading slides.
Yes.
I mean, if someone asks me to explain SAFE, it wouldn't take me more than 2 hours to explain the whole framework. But is it useful for them?
And how do I do it? What do I do with it? The question always is, when I come back from the training, there are certain questions to be answered. First, your boss comes to you and says, hey, Majid, you've been tonight to training. What are the key takeaways? So what will you answer? The second is, you're sitting back on your desk in daily work, in daily routine work. What is the first thing you can take away from the training to really use it at your desk, in your team, in your department, to make a difference? Because training it's like a service. Training is only as useful as it helps you to do better work, to become better as a team, as whatever. And especially in-house, to be honest, very often people are not voluntary. They are sent to join a training. How do you catch them? How do you really make them willing to join, to think, to understand, and to confront themselves? And it's not the way we've done it the last 20 years. No, it's different. So what could be good? What could be an experiment? How to try it? And yeah, that's what we try to achieve. Besides passing an exam, which, by the way, always is important. But it's not. It's more than just a certification.
That's cool. I mean, that's important, right? And now talking about customers, because I was talking to Marco before.
Yeah.
And he mentioned that not everyone is the right customer for you. So who is the right customer?
So we always say our main customer, target customer, is the CIO. Because we believe that true change in organizations, becoming a service provider, becoming a true partner of your business, is something that is a question of leadership. So the CIO, the head, is representing the head of IT. He has to want it. He has to advocate the change and the values behind that. That service is important, not just managing a data center. The data center is required. You cannot switch it off. You need it, whether in-house or in the cloud. But the change is important, the value of collaboration, the values, and this change can only happen if the CIO wants it. So, but the customer we are going for are the IT organizations, and IT is becoming part of all businesses. A strategic part, whether check-in in a hotel, in an airline, whether buying online something, all around, and even with artificial intelligence, this will become even more. IT is part of everything in our life.
True.
So all organizations have to become service providers in terms of IT service providers. We want to help them to become better and to become true service provider. This is our target. Whether this is automotive, production, chemical, defense, public, or whether this is finance, is not that important. So our customer base is really across all industries, non-profit, profit, public, private, all industries. But important is that we always target the IT organization best at the top. Very often we start at a middle management level. Someone says, there's something about ITIL, tell me. And then step by step we try to go a step up the ladder to address the people who really can make a difference.
And one final question. What do you think of the event so far?
Oh, it's really great. We are impressed. We, for the first time, we're here at the Transform exhibition, and we are really impressed about the number of people here. We had a lot of very interesting discussions already, and new contacts, and some leads. So this is true. And I myself listened to 3 very interesting presentations. There's a lot of artificial intelligence at the moment. But it's interesting to see how others, how the other people's perspective is on that topic, and to compare to how do we approach that. We recently launched a new training for artificial intelligence because we believe everyone needs that. So it's a basic training, 2 days. And I already identified, it sounds a little bit very self-conscious, but I identified we have elements in our training that nobody mentions yet. So new ISO standards and others, nobody talked about this.
Cool.
Yeah.
But thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Now we have Jan, who's the CEO and co-founder of ZIVE. ZIVE, that's how you say it?
No, we call it ZIVE.
ZIVE. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
ZIVE. So let's hear from him. What do you guys do?
So ZIVE is an all-in-one AI platform for enterprises. we combine everything that you need to roll out AI in your organization in one single platform.
That was a very short pitch. I was expecting you will take more.
Well, I can take more time if you want. Let me elaborate a little bit. So what that means is, what we found with AI these days is you have so many different solutions, and they're all siloed. Right? And when you really want to leverage AI in your business, you need to be able to connect AI to your company's data, and you need to be able to collaborate with AI inside of your organization. Right? So we bring together in one platform AI-powered enterprise search. So our platform connects to all the company data. We bring an AI assistant that is also enriched with the company data. So it gives you answers that are grounded in your company's knowledge base. And then you can build your own AI agents in our platform to automate your work.
That's cool. And who's your ideal customer? I mean, everyone has data, everyone has information and so on. But who's your who would be the one who you would say that these are the ones who would immediately buy from us?
Yeah, so typically what we see is that the biggest benefit is with organizations that are heavily knowledge worker focused. So we're talking finance industry, consultancy, agencies, tech companies, these types of businesses, just people that have a lot of desk workers, effectively. And then in terms of size, the ideal size for us is starts at around a couple of hundred employees and goes up to a couple of thousand. Right, so typically you see that when your organization starts to grow beyond, say, 200-300 employees, then the organization gets more complex, and that's when you need an enterprise AI platform like ours.
True. And why are you doing this? I mean, what's the reason? You didn't wake up in the morning and fell from the bed and you're like, you know what? Let's build an enterprise AI tool.
You know what I did? So I previously built one of the global leading companies in intranet software. And intranet software is knowledge management, if you break it down. And one of the problems that I was always seeing with intranet was these systems never really fulfilled the promise of, hey, here you go, and you have all the relevant information at your fingertips. Most of the internet systems are still very navigation focused, and you need to know where things are, and then things get outdated. And when ChatGPT dropped, I immediately knew, okay, this is the groundbreaking technology that we need to completely reinvent the way that knowledge workers interact with knowledge.
Okay. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. And how have you found the conference so far?
Good. So this is our first time here. It's definitely a melting pot for anyone who's involved with IT, and that's obviously the people that we want to get in touch with. So from a sales perspective, we're getting good traction and we're getting good interest. I think it's good.
So if you are looking to work with the ZIVE, looking for an enterprise AI solution, you should connect with Jan or look at the companies and contact them. But thank you so much, Jan. It was a pleasure. Now we have Maike, who's the co-founder and COO of UNWARE. Let's listen to what these guys do.
Yep. Hi, I'm Maike. As said, I'm the co-founder and COO of UNWARE, and we do virtual reality without wearables. So just imagine entering a room and then seeing a full virtual environment with audio and visual part, but without any VR headsets, wearables, no gear, no controllers, and you just enter the room and enjoy virtual reality.
What is the problem? Why did you end up with this whole idea?
So we come from the automotive industry, and we have worked with virtual reality very early in the 2000s and 2010s. And we know from early prototyping phases, simulations, that VR is a really helpful tool even for trainings in early stages. But the problem is, would you want to wear a really still very heavy VR headset for more than 20 or 30 minutes for a full training? And the other reason why we think virtual reality, that there needs to be a solution without wearables for another certain use case, and this is, think of collaboration, not only in teams, but also when selling a product, collaboration with your customer, interaction, non-verbal communication. This is not possible once you wear this bulky VR headset. And for this, we have a solution, a portable solution, and a solution that is where the tracking software is AI-based and tracks your body movements in real time and synchronizes the virtual reality with your body movements.
Cool. No, that's interesting. I mean, I also have this, like, we wear glasses, right?
Yeah.
So I would really like a solution that,
Exactly.
yeah.
Same here.
So, yeah. Right.
And with less motion sickness, something I can fully agree with, because I'm really, motion sickness sucks. I have it even while driving in a car, looking at my watch. I get motion sick.
Oh.
And I need a solution that works for me. And being in this environment without a VR headset, you still see your body. You are in the virtual reality, and you still feel like you're there without any motion sickness.
That's cool. I mean, and now let's talk about who's your ideal customer.
Yeah, ideal customer. So I talked about coming from the automotive industry, and that's an industry we know very well. And we see everything where you have complex products, where you have early prototyping, where you have complex environments that need any training. So, for example, when you have a plant and you have to train your employees, that's where we step in with our solution. Then this is industry. But what's very close to industry, to the use cases we cover, is the defense industry, certainly. They all do early prototyping there when developing new products there. And they need training environments in VR, so very close. And then there are two other ideal customers that come from more the retail side. So one is the real estate property sales company. So mainly the large-scale projects or luxury properties. And they need early simulations and want to have their customers in these simulations, but not with the bulky VR headsets. And then the other one is the ideal customer comes from retail, selling high-priced and highly complex products. Could be a yacht, could be a premium electric vehicle, but maybe also your next kitchen or whatever. So really complex and high-priced products.
Cool. No, that's valuable. That's a cool idea, by the way. So if you want to learn more about UNWARE, or if you want to connect with Maike, the links will be mentioned in the description. So just go there. Now we have Omer from Synote. He's the chief everything officer, as he said, CEO and co-founder. So let's hear from them. What do these guys do?
Hi, yes. We from Synote, we've developed an AI note taker that takes your meetings to the next level. Actually, we support different tools, meeting tools, anything you know, be it Microsoft Teams, Google Meet, and so on. And we provide a nice summary, to-dos. They will directly be converted into Jira, Asana, whatever tool you are using. And the best thing is we have the feedback, which tells you what things you forgot to talk about, what to-dos should be more specific. And to just get more efficient by every meeting, every time, every day, get a little better. And don't waste your time in meetings that don't need to be done, and you can invest your time much better. So that's what we found out, because a lot of meetings are not really necessary. I know everyone knows this. You're sitting there, you say, hey, why did you invite me? I could have spent my time much better doing like really productive stuff, and that's
true. I mean, I have been in meetings where I was like, geez, this could have been just one email, like 10 sentences email, and we didn't need to have so many people. And then when you look at the people in the meeting, you're like, oh, geez, the cost of this meeting is through the roof, you have VPs and C-level and directors and product managers, developers, like 20 people in the meeting. Absolutely. And after 45 minutes, you still don't have a decision.
So is it, That's why we say, okay, we can make decisions faster. And in the end, a lot of people just attend meetings just to be informed, right? So what we do, we have the protocol, right, of the meeting. Everyone who needs the information can be sent the protocol, so no need to be sitting there. And at the end, most of the people do other stuff while attending the meeting. So, as I said, you can invest your time much, much more efficient. And just scale much faster.
True.
Right?
I mean, it sounds like it's meant for everyone, but I know you would have certain profiles you cater to, right? So who's your ideal customer?
Yeah, absolutely. As you said, everyone can use it, but of course we have an ideal customer, which are SMEs ranging from around 100 to, let's say, around 2,000 employees. These are the ones we're talking to right now. The first testers also like around that range, because they often don't have like big IT teams to develop stuff themselves, right? And the nice thing about our solution is you can use it the next day you purchase it, right? So it can easily implement it to whatever tool they're using right now, and makes it easy to use without a big IT infrastructure. And that's the big benefit.
Cool.
And of course also, we are also here in Germany, right? So a lot of companies have that fear of the data being transferred into different countries, be it into the US or otherwhere. And the data are not secured, but that's where we also have a big point on is the security. All the data are hosted here in Germany on German servers, highly secured with ISO 27001 certified servers. And that's what makes us different.
That's cool. That's cool. And you didn't just wake up and started to solve this problem, right? It doesn't happen that entrepreneur just fell down from the bed and suddenly, I have this problem I want to solve. So how did you end up with the idea? Like, what was the...
So, as I mentioned at the beginning, like I was working in different companies already, also big corporates. And I was really, really pissed off, I can say, right? So I think it's okay to say that. To be sitting in a meeting again, no idea why they invited me, but at the end you still have to attend, right? And I thought to myself, okay, I could have done this in that time. And that went on during all the years, and I say, okay, there come the things of AI, right? I have my background in cybersecurity. And that's why security is a big topic. And we said, okay, me and my co-founder were exchanging, we're really into all the AI topics from the beginning, developed some stuff for personal use at the beginning and said, hey, we can also solve that problem that both of us had all the time by developing a tool. And we saw that there was a big need for all the people we talked to about the same problem. Said, okay, let's start something. And the feedback was right nice until now. And we hope it continues like that.
I mean, it is an idea needed. I mean, it can help a lot. It can definitely help a lot. But one last final question is, how did you find the event so far?
The event?
Yeah.
Oh, I really liked it. This is my first time at the Transform. We were happy to be that we were invited to have a talk, to speak. And we made some good connections. So I can really recommend that for startups, but also like for SMEs or corporates that want to learn about digitalization, also in terms of AI, because that's the place to go. We have different panel talks where you can learn. Startups like us can show you how you can speed up things. And so I think it's a good event to visit.
Yeah, true. I mean, I saw a very different profile. For example, I saw startups, pre-seed, seed, I mean, typical startups.
Sure.
Then I saw corporates as well, New Relic and so on. But then I saw like someone who's like the market leader in ITIL training. And even they were mentioning that they had good connections, like leads also came to them. So it shows it's a good event. But I think that's about it. Thank you so much, Omer.
Thanks a lot for having me.
Now I have Björn with me. He's the head of marketing at Comeco GmbH Unkokage. So let's listen to them. What do these guys do?
Hi, we're doing an AI assistant named Luna, and it's knowledge management powered by AI. And we're helping companies getting rid of the lack of information. So the employees find everything, find data, find files, find connection to your CRM, whatever you want. And we're doing on an individual base, so it's not... it's for every customer an individual project, and we do the training, we do the prompting, we do everything that your employees found the right stuff at the right moment, and so you can raise your productivity and efficiency. And this is what Comeco is doing.
Interesting, interesting. And you see that you're solving this, that means you see a big problem there.
Yes.
So what's the problem?
What's the problem? The problem is you're wasting time searching for documents, for files. I think everybody knows it. You have in mind, I have this document or this information, and then you start searching in your Outlook, searching in your Teams or Slack or Confluence, and you think, I found this information. So, and this time is over. Now you go into Luna and you ask your question, and Luna will answer because it's connected with your files, e.g. SharePoint or your CRM, Salesforce, HubSpot, whatever, or Jira, you name it, and then you found the information. So you do not waste any time on searching for this information. You have it right in the second you need it. So, and you can save up to 20 hours a month by using an AI assistant to find information. So, and that's a lot, 20 hours per month.
More than 10%.
Yes.
So, and now talking about who's your ideal customer, because we have a big conference. I mean, and also not just a conference.
I think the ideal customers, every company, because every employee is searching for information. So it's not a matter of where you come from or what you're doing. It's just you have the need to find something to get the most out of your time, your working day. So raising efficiency is for every company. So there's no special.
Cool. And why should anyone pick you? There are other solutions as well, right? For the same thing.
Yeah. As I said, we're doing individual projects for every customer. It's not the standard software and you say it's a standard, go and use it. We built our software, our AI assistant on your individual processes, on your specific needs. So it's not out of the box to start. So we're talking with our customers and we're solving their individual process. And I think that's worth. Give us a try. So,
I mean, I would mention the link to their company on the description. So if you want to connect with Björn, or if you want to learn more about the company, you can just learn from the description. But thank you so much, Björn.
Thank you.
Now we have Silvia with us, who basically works for Civic Coding. Let's hear from her. What do these guys do?
Hi. Well, Civic Coding is an initiative sponsored by 3 federal ministries in Germany, and our aim is to advance AI technology for good. In the realms of participation, sustainability, use the technology for the common good and not have it just in a business context.
Cool. And why are you doing this? Why did the 3 ministries suddenly decide they need to do something like that?
Because I think AI is a massive advancement in how we live, how we use technology. It opens up big possibilities. It also comes with massive challenges. Data biases, for just naming one example, data security. So for us, it is important to not just leave this to the big corporates, but to see how can we use this big technology that's shaping our life and our future for the public good, to advance the lives of everyday people and for their causes. Yeah.
That's cool. That's really cool. And who are you looking for? Because you're not looking for customers here, you're looking for something else.
We offer a variety of programs, I would call it, to support different projects that use AI for good. So we're looking for projects that we can help advance. We're looking for experts in the realms of tech and coding, for example, that we can connect to projects. We're looking for experts that can contribute to our cause as speakers, as coaches for projects, everyone who wants to support AI for good, basically.
If you're a developer or any of what Silvia mentioned, contact her. or go to the website and connect with them. It would be mentioned in the description. So do connect because I really like the whole initiative. I think we really need that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for the opportunity.
Markus, so you are from barrierefrAI Agentur. So tell us what you guys do.
Yes, it is the German name of accessibility with artificial intelligence. So you see it in the name. And artificial intelligence is a new step to make websites more accessible and to use chatbots and voice bots for people with disabilities. So you can give them assistance with artificial intelligence, and you can make websites better accessible with chatbots who make easy language, several languages, translations, and describe content, also graphic content. Often in PDF files you have tables or graphics which are not accessible. And I have prototypes whereas the artificial intelligence translate the content into understandable conclusions. So summaries, but also for people with different accessibilities. So a blind man or woman has another difference opportunity than a man in the wheelchair or women. So you have different, we call it in German Zielgruppen, different people in the world who needs different easy explanations. And my prototypes, I'm using it for several people. The artificial intelligence will make it more easy for everyone. So barrierefrAI is for me artificial intelligence to make information more accessible and easy.
Interesting. And who's your ideal customer?
My ideal customers are people who have already websites and want to change the website into more transformation to a better accessibility. In Europe, we have the Accessibility Act, so that you have to make your websites, your digital things, accessible till June 28 from this year. So that is European rights who have described it. And I give the customers the possibility to transform their websites with artificial intelligence.
That's cool. So small, medium businesses who are trying to transform their website. Cool,
Yes,
cool.
yes, yes. And I have several business who are medicine business who want to assist people like older people in an easy information. My father is 87 and he do not understand all the papers which come to him from other business. And so artificial intelligence can make it more easy.
Cool. No, that's good. And how do you find the event so far? What do you think?
The event is very open. It is not too big, and many interesting people here talking about artificial intelligence, new changes, transformation from one to the other. And so I'm just today here at the Civic coding. But tomorrow I'm here at Go Free, and we'll talk to many people on the transformer.
Awesome, cool. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Now we have Peggy from the Open Hearing Project. Let's hear what these guys do.
Yeah, thank you. I'm the founder of Sincere, which is like the company of the Open Hearing Project, and we're developing individual sound personalization for hearing supports. So why do we do this, and why do we need AI for this? One thing, the problem is that half of the people who need actually hearing supports don't use them, and half of the people who actually have hearing supports don't use them either. Why? Because the needs of the sound amplification that doesn't match to what the hearing supports are giving to them. That's what. So we have a simple solution, sounds simple, but it's not on the market yet. That means the people adjust the sound of their hearing support to hear but the ether and everything. They adjust it in their normal hearing situation, daily life situation. We analyze the daily life situation, the sound, and we also log the data, or the adjustment data, and then we put it in an AI model, an individual AI model for this person, for the use case of this person. That means if usually it's handled like this, you get a hearing test. You said, okay, you have this sort of hearing loss, and you get some sort of algorithm putting the amplification for your which should be fit. But then you should know a hearing test only gives half of the information you need to make a good a good amplification, and the hearing ability doesn't say so much to about my hearing needs. So some people, they like it louder, some people like it softer, some people get irritated by higher frequencies. Other people like it because you have better speech intelligibility. When you can't know, when you write an algorithm, you should know what that person likes. And that's exactly what we're asking for. So we have an interface which is fast and easy to allows fast and easy control of the sound, and we collect the data and do this AI model.
That's cool. And what are you guys looking for? Like, why are you here?
So we are here once to support the decoding, because we find it very important to get known about what actually are problems of the society, and you should know that hearing loss is still something which is not really recognized, and it really produces economic damage to society because people leave work earlier, they have less social contacts, they have even dementia and all these kind of things. So we're solving a problem, and we love to work together with the decoding. And then we are now in the research and development phase together with Fraunhofer Institute and Charité. We're planning a study for a prototype, and then we're looking for investment for the next phase. That's also me. I'm looking for people I could work together with who could help me define disease. And
so if you have the money, you know who to talk to.
Yes, come to me. I can also show you. I have a showcase here. I have the app with me, and if you want to contact me. So I'm happy.
Yeah. Details will be mentioned in the description. Your LinkedIn and also the website from the project. Yeah. They can connect with you afterwards. But thank you so much. It was a pleasure. So now we have Falko from Mother Earth AI. Let's hear what do these guys do.
Yeah, we are working on a Mother Earth phone and a Mother Earth AI, and the idea is to have a tool for climate and environmental communication, what is open source. So the idea is we think that emotional climate communication is much more needed than climate facts, and we want to create a tool what is now, for example, a phone, a physical phone, what you can put into places, and you can call Mother Earth, and it's connected with our Mother Earth AI. And the idea is that with this kind of role play, that especially in the education sector, but also maybe on a festival, in a waiting place, that you have an AI system what can work with you on your emotions, how you feel connected with nature, and also bring you into this idea that you're part of Mother Earth, that the nature around you is part of you, and that's one big global ecosystem. And we hope to have an impact in culture and also how people see themselves with the environment.
Why are you doing this?
The background, our background is coming from climate activism, and what we see is that there are enough climate facts, and most of the people who are responsible for communication about our environment, they're more scientists and they're more data driven. But what we see that people can only adapt new information if the information is fitting within their worldview. So if you hear catastrophical information about the climate, maybe migration and so on, and it creates too much fear, then you will just block it. So what has to come first is that you make the emotional work, get to understand that you're part of the ecosystem, that you cannot survive without a functioning ecosystem, to create also like an emotional connection to everything you see around you and see how important it is for your well-being, and then you may be more open to connect with initiatives, to listen to them, and also to understand certain information what is really about your health. And we hope we can automate a little part of this emotional work within open source ecosystem.
And what are you looking for?
What I'm looking for, we're looking for reaching like a big milestone where we have like a really functioning standalone prototype, what is easy to put in spaces, and then just have a first rollout with all the projects which are already interested with our Mother Earth phone, and then also collect a lot of data, try to do also some science work to see how people react, learn from it, but also show that this emotional approach is making a difference for how people connect to this topic.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So now coming towards an end, it was a very interesting event, to say the least. It was super, super interesting because I learned a lot. I basically talked to so many startups, so many corporates as well, and also tried to understand what's happening in the market and trends and so on. And I would love to share some of the trends that I noticed. So the first thing I noticed is AI is a tool, not just a strategy. The best startups are actually utilizing it to solve problems that you actually face in the real world, not just to automate processes. They are using it for much more than just processes. The second thing I learned is digital transformation is not a corporate initiative. It's default for startups. So startups are always in this digital transformation mode where they're trying to create new stuff, where they're trying to build cool stuff, innovate stuff, and so on, which is something really interesting. The third thing that I noticed from my conversations with startups was the real problem is not building something. It has become super easy to build something now. But the real problem is, how do you scale up? And how do you gain adoption? How do you gain market trust? How do you establish yourself as a strong player in the industry? Startups are moving fast, and the future of AI and digital transformation is being built. As I saw today at Transform 2025, we had startups from Hamburg, from Berlin, from Munich, from Frankfurt, all across Germany. We are seeing a lot of initiatives being taken as well from the government as well. And I want to say a huge thank you to the event organizers and also to the founders, investors, and also the innovators, the experts who were here today for making this event the success and also pushing through the boundaries, because these kind of networking events actually help bring collaborations together, bring new partnerships together, and this is what we really need. These are really important partnerships. But with that, I would like to say thank you. Until next time, this is your host, Majid, signing off.